Hey guys, welcome to Season 2, Episode 1 of my viewer save for MreGamersSports. Before we go too far, let's just get started and see what we did transfer-wise. If you remember last time, we got promoted to League 1 after finishing in 3rd. So it's time to sort of solidify the team if we can. So some of the things that we did is I really wanted to cut down on some of the wages that we had. So I had Peter Hansen, who was around 35 at the time. He was a very good tutor, but he wasn't really getting much playing time. He was very, very slow. So I sold him off to Cagliari. I also had this guy who wasn't really D'Angelo, who wasn't getting much playing time, who went out, and Thorsten Helmstedt, who was 35, who wasn't getting much playing time. So off they went. A lot of free transfers in that went out for players that weren't being used that often. As you can see here, this is basically like salary dumps for the most part. Most of these people that went out weren't getting a lot of playing time, or they went out on loan because they weren't going to get first team football, etc. I did have some people giving me stick about the fact that I let Gilly go because he was actually legend, but once again, he was 35, he was on a hefty wage, and he wasn't really going to get any playing time at all. So I didn't really have too many issues with anyone I sold. The only problem really was with this guy. When I sold him, I actually took a loss. I think I bought him for about 4.4 million, and we sold him for 1.7 million. Coming in, we managed to get Willy Bolly from Aix Alger for 2.2 million, which I think was well worth it. He's basically designed to take over from Peter Hansen. One of the viewers suggested I get Thomas Drag. I managed to pick him up for 900k, and he's actually turned out to be a really good player. The only downside, he has pretty poor finishing, but for actually creating goals, he's absolutely amazing. This guy picked up on a pretty cheap contract. I picked him up for 230k, just because these has really good potential. I'm going to start playing him in the season I've just finished. The next season as actually probably my #1 goalie. But this guy looks like he's got bags of potential. Looks like he's going to be a really good player. Some of these players here are just people I picked up on a free because I need some help in my midfield. They look like promising additions to the team. This guy was coming to me as a free transfer from Inter, and he's not turned out too badly. I'll get more onto him in the future in another video. I'm actually a little bit ahead of my on my viewer save than I am with the videos. This guy I think is an absolute steal. I picked him up for nothing. I think during the season I just finished, I had offers for about 17 million for him. But as you can see, he's got really good stats and a really young age. Most people reading online had to pay around, I think, 5.5 million for him. He didn't want to leave. This guy is a bit of a diamond in the dust. I managed to pick him up for 775k, which was sort of the compensation I had to pay for the team. And as you can see, his stats, even for a 19-year-old, makes him an absolute beast. His crossing is great, great passing, great technique, decent work rate. For a youngster, good decisions, good concentration, good composure, average anticipation, and I think he can only get better. The season I'm in at the moment, he's still only 2.5 stars out of 4.5 stars. And although he says he might be susceptible to injuries, he hasn't been injured that much, so I don't mind that too badly. Curl and I got in on a bit of a flyer, just for giggles. He had really good technical stats, but pretty poor physical stats. I think the last season I played, I didn't even have him registered, so it's been a bit of a disappointment. This guy picked up on a free because I wanted him to solidify my midfield, and I actually used him in Season 2. That was about it. That takes me up to around the end of the pre-season. Sorry, up to what was the January transfer window. So let's have a look at the fixtures and see how it went. So as you can see here, we had it pretty rough in the first division. Lots of yellow and red with only a splattering of green spread throughout. One of the main things you'll notice here is that we were letting in goals like nobody's business. We had a lot of 5-0 defeats. During this, the tactic I was using just wasn't working. My defense was parting like the Red Sea. People were just running riot and scoring goals like nobody's business. The only thing that really managed to save us was the fact that I had Eric Torres as my poacher, and he was scoring a lot of the goals against the other teams. I think he finished with something like 22 or 23 goals. Actually, there we go. So he scored 2 goals in that game. My issue that I think that I had was the fact that I'd taken my Sheffield Wednesday tactic, not made any changes to it, and just planted it on this team and said, go play. And as you can tell, it didn't really work. We got absolutely trounced by Lorient, for example. The stats weren't great, pretty poor averages, played really badly. I have to admit, the chairman that we have is probably the most patient chairman that I've ever seen in a Football Manager game. And not so much this season, but when you actually start seeing my Season 3 stuff, you'll see why. I was shocked. I was running out of ideas. I mean, I wasn't too concerned with the friendlies because we were going up against OM and PSG and Lille and Saint Etienne and Lens and Bordeaux. And then we sort of won 2-0. I was happy, and we lost 3-1 to OM, and then it just started going downhill from there. I actually had fears that I was going to be sacked, which was going to be really disappointing because I thought, wow, this team actually has, I've got Eric Torres, and if I ever go to another team, I know I'm never going to get him back again. And plus I had Dreg, who was playing quite well, and all these good players. So not a great season. I was actually really concerned. Let's have a look at the league table and see how we did. This is actually the complete league table. I was hoping I could sort of show you the graph, but it doesn't let me do it on a previous season. As you can see, we finished in the end on 42 points, 9 wins, 3 draws, 7 losses. Oops, sorry, that's combined overall. There we go. 12 wins, 6 draws, 20 losses. We scored 54 goals and we let in 76 with a minus 22 goal difference. It was shocking. Literally, I had tried everything I could think of. I was changing the mentality slider on my central defenders. We just couldn't stop hemorrhaging goals. We let in the most goals in League 1 by 1. And it was only the fact that we scored 54 goals that we didn't get relegated. As you can see here, they let in 75 goals and got relegated. They let in 63 goals and got relegated. They let in 66 goals and got relegated. The only other team that was close and didn't get relegated was Nancy and Stade Brestois, and they'd let in almost 20 goals less than us. I was shocked. I admit this, I've never seen us let in so many goals in the previous 2 saves that I'd done. Like my Sheffield Wednesday team, when we got them promoted to the Premiership, literally we were top 3 to top 8 for 5 seasons straight. This was very hard going. I was very downhearted by this season. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the video here. In episode 2, we're actually going to go through the fixtures in the second half of the season and see how we managed to get to actually 42 points. Because as you can see from the first part of the season, it doesn't look very promising. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to check my own YouTube channel out. And also don't forget to watch me on Twitch, where you can see sort of live stuff that's actually going on with this save. Thank you again for watching, and I'll catch you later.